Hello, League. This is generally a joyous review, but we have to, on a serious note, start off this review and power ranking recap with a moment of silence for Christopher Gazzero's team. They did not score 50 points. Chris did his best job in commemorating the Queen by dying. And I just wanted to take a moment of silence to remember Chris's team. All right. So with that out of the way, let's get into the fun stuff, the nitty gritty, the reason you're here. Fantasy football, the league, week 1, power rankings and recap. As you know, we always start with the recap. First, we have to start with the Battle of Hoboken, the former roommates, the best friends, the boyfriends, the brothers, Skinny Kyle versus the Carter John Tui. I'll be honest, I thought Tui was going to win. Russell shut me up. Russell dropped a nuke, considering his running back Cam Akers totaled 0 points. Look, Russell, 116 points, 34 from Mahomes, who went off. That was the easiest fucking call of all time. The Cardinals are ass. Devontae Adams, Amon-Ra St. Brown, Michael Thomas, Buffalo defense. Those 5 players, quick math here, 54 plus 12, 66, 66 plus 34, man, that's 100. 100 players, 100 points from 5 guys. Rest of his team didn't do much. Rest of his team didn't have to do much. He got it done. 116 for Russell. Tui, 68 points. I mean, Dak Prescott's hurt. Tui's one redeeming player this week was DeAndre Swift. I think Tui will bounce back. I like Juju. I like DJ Moore. I do like Aaron Jones. I like Goddard. 68 points week 1. Tough pill to swallow. Tui falls to Skinny Kyle by about 50 points. Moving on, we are going to go to one of the better matchups of the week. Now, here's a guy in Matt Stokes defeating the chosen one, Dylan Pugh. Stokes puts up 106. Dylan puts up 99. Now, Stokes had a pretty balanced attack here. Russell Wilson got 17. A.J. Brown with his debut with the Philadelphia Eagles gets 15. Gabe Davis on Thursday night got 14. Jonathan Taylor got 23. James Conner, who's going to be a stud, got 11. Stokes, really balanced attack here to get to 106 points. On the flip side, Dylan, it was 5 players that really carried the load. Jalen Hurts got 24. Pittman got 18. Marquise Brown got 10. Nick Chubb got 14. And Ryan Suckup, his kicker, got 16. I mean, that right there is, again, quick math here, 64 plus 20 is 84, 82. So he got 82 points of his 99 from those 5 guys. Derrick Henry didn't do much. Cole Kmet put up a 0. Stuff you don't want to see, especially when you lose by 7 points. But odds are you put up 99 a week, you're going to be just fine. So with that being said, Stokes advances 1-0. Dylan falls to 0-1. Final score 106-99. Next, we are going to go to one of the lowest scoring matchups of the week. Andy and his African Americans and Mark team versus Sally Stubbs, Sal. Andy loses by a score of 82-59. Now, really quickly, 82 points, you probably expect to win about 15% of your games if you score 82. But Salvatore was able to play Andy this week. That's all that matters, who you play. It's who you play and when you play him. And Salvatore played the right guy this week. He got 82 points, like I said. It was largely comprised of 4 players. Cooper Kupp, Terry McLaurin's 11, Christian Kirk's 11, and Leonard Fournette's 13. Those 4 players combined for 53 of his 82. Tennessee defense got him a few points here and there. Zeke was pretty irrelevant. Aaron Rodgers only got him 4, but it was enough. Flip side to Andy. I mean, you want to talk about unmitigated disaster. That's this team. Andy has he had 3 guys in double digits. One's his quarterback and one's his kicker. And they both got 10.96 and 10.6. Joe Mixon got 14.5. That was his one saving grace. You know, DK Metcalf fumbled. Mike Williams is nowhere to be found. I do think Andy has the potential to bounce back, but a rough week 1. No other way to slice it. Salvatore wins by 23 points, 82-59. Moving on. We will now go to Sunday Cookout versus Gaz's Graduation Pants. Tom advances to 1-0 as Pat falls to 0-1. 103 to 86 here. Now, Gorman's attack was once again one of the more balanced we've seen. Joe Burrow had a really weird game, somehow got 22 fantasy points. Mike Evans, 13 fantasy points. All Mike Evans does is score touchdowns and get 1,000 yards. He does it again tonight. Jalen Waddle doing the penguin dance. I like what I see from Waddle. He looks good. Dalvin Cook got 10.8. You know, it's not sexy, but you know what? Dalvin Cook, it was all yards. You like to see that. He's going to be fine. Eli Mitchell got hurt. A little concern there. But Travis Kelce is the truth. And as they say, the truth shall set you free. Travis Kelce, 18. Rodrigo Blankenship, who couldn't hit a kick, got 9. Really balanced attack from Tom. Only 2 guys pretty much underperformed, and that was Thielen and Elijah Mitchell, who got hurt. Hats off to Tom for winning, putting up a 103 spot. Pat didn't have a bad week. He got nothing from Damian Harris and DJ Montgomery, which I'm afraid, could be a theme. Jamar Chase was good. We knew that was going to happen. Deebo Samuel was good. We knew that was going to happen. Hunter Renfrow, only 21 yards. I expect that number to go up. Carr looked like he was throwing the ball a ton. I know there weren't a lot of big plays there, but I think that'll go up. Pat got fucked by a couple of missed field goals. I mean, this is a 17-point game, 18-point game. Pat could have definitely trimmed a few of these, a few points off that difference. But 86, you're not going to be upset. It's not great. It's also not awful. So Pat just got to find a way to, pick it up next week and get a W on the board. Again, that is Sunday Cookout 103 to Pat's 86. Tom is 1-0 and Pat is 0-1. Next, we will move on to my matchup where I played Tucker in the Waistband, Kyle Karp, Broncos Country, Let's Ride. Your favorite commissioner's team was able to get pretty much all of his points out of 4 players. Herbert, Justin Jefferson, Kareem Hunt, and Tampa Bay. That was 32, 62, 85 of my 108. CeeDee Lamb might be a terrible pick. T. Higgins, concussion. Breece Hall might be a terrible pick. Tyler Conklin saved me a touchdown late. Justin Tucker, ran into the vaunted Jets defense. So I'll take my 108. I beat Kyle by about 13. And Kyle, pretty balanced team to get to 95. Nobody other than Kyler Murray over 20. Nobody else on his team over 12. It was a bunch of, 10, 5, 11, 11, 6, 9, 8, 11. Nobody crapped out. Not a bad week. You're not upset with 95. It's not always enough to win. I would say, my thought process is always 100 points. You expect to win 2 out of every 3. 90, you expect to win 50-50. And then anything below 90, you expect to lose. And unfortunately for Kyle, it was just on the wrong side of the coin this time. And fell to me by about 13 points. And our last matchup of the week, the largest spread of the week, a 70-point victory by Chiquita Banana over Mooney Shot. It was exactly 70 points. Look, Chiquita Banana puts up 118. Josh Allen got 33. Stephon Diggs got 18. Saquon Barkley got 27. Gerald Everett, late play, got 11. That right there, that is 90 points out of 4 guys. The rest of his team didn't do much, didn't have to do much. He got enough out of Olave. He got enough out of Sutton. He got enough out of Harrison Butker, who apparently broke his ankle. He got, nothing from Dameon Pierce, and he got nothing from Green Bay. I expect that to change. Luke puts up 118 and handles Mooney Shot, who 48 points. Only one player on Chris's team broke double digits. That was Tom Brady with 11. His wide receivers combined for 4.3. His running backs combined for less than 17 points, or less than 18 points, excuse me. Kyle Pitts got 1.9. Tyler Bass was his 3rd highest scorer. That wasn't a quarterback. 48 points from Mooney Shot. You just throw this game away, Chris. You got to hope and pray that, Godwin, who got hurt, can come back soon. Devonta Smith is bound to do better. Darnell Mooney is bound to do better. Tom Brady is also bound to do better. I mean, a lot of guys on your team. Najee Harris apparently escaped major injury. 48 points is tough. There's no way for me to sugarcoat this. 48 is tough. So again, one more time, your winners of the week: Tom, Matt, Luke, myself, Sal, and Skinny Kyle. So without further ado, the power rankings. Coming in at number 12, to the surprise of no one, I'm sorry. I love you, Chris. I love you. I love you. You're 12. Next, falling 5 spots, we have John Eitenbag Tui. Now, I know many people are going to come for me and say, how can you say that? How can you put Tui low? He just won a championship. How can you do this? I'll tell you how I can do this. I don't love Tui's depth. It was a rough first week. He can prove me wrong. I get proven wrong a lot. I bet on the Jets. I'm wrong all the time. But I do think Tui right now is my number 11 team. Number 10, Andy. Andy falls 6 spots off of where he was originally ranked. I did not like what I saw. 58 points is bad. 59 points. 59 points is bad. It's real bad. There's no way to slice it. It can hinder you for the rest of the season putting up a 59 spot. Andy has enough to come back, but right now he's my number 10 team. Actually moving up 2 spots, even though he lost this week, is Pat McCann to number 9. I think Pat's team showed me a little something here, and I know he only put up 86 points, but I still think Pat's team is somewhat deep. I don't love his running backs, but I think there's actually depth on other parts of the team. I think he can find a way to maybe creep into the playoffs. 86 isn't a bad first start. There are a couple teams that are definitely worse, as I mentioned. So Pat moving up 2 spots. Dropping 3 spots is Sally Stubbs. Now, Sal won, but only with 82 points. I mean, if Sal plays one of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 other players, he loses. So he played the right guy this week. That's why he's not as far down as others. But 82 is not a great number. It's a win, though. So Sal goes from 5 to 8 in the power rankings. 7, going up 1 spot, is Kyle Carr. Despite a loss, Kyle put up 95 points. It's commendable. It's a good number. His team's going to be okay. He just has to find a way to find a win. And hopefully next week he plays a team that can afford him such win. And it's going to be Matt Stokes. So I'm not so sure. We'll find out. Tune in Thursday for the projections. Next, falling 3 spots from 3 is Dylan Pugh. Dylan didn't have a bad week. 99 points is a commendable, solid number, but he lost. So therefore, Dylan falls from 3 to 6. He's not in my top 5 right now. I can't do it. I can't put him there yet. Maybe next week. Tune in to find out. Following Dylan, moving up 4 spots, is myself. Now, I know many of you are going to say, how can you do this? How can you rank yourself? You're biased. You can't do this. Lose some weight. Maybe you're right. But I will say, I think my team put up a pretty solid week, and I got nothing from 4 players who I expect to get something from. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe CeeDee Lamb sucks. But for now, I'm moving myself up 4 spots to number 5. Now it gets fun. Number 4, moving up 3 spots, is Luke Bonomo. Now, I would have had Luke higher. I know Luke is the highest scorer of the week. I thought Luke had such large disparities between his highest scoring players and his lowest scoring players that I decided to put 3 other teams above him due to their consistency and how they were able to get their points. Luke's the number 4 team. He's got a very good chance to move up next week if he does well again. But Luke right now is number 4 with 118 points scored this week. Again, winning by 70. That is something else. At number 3, a man who was very upset with the power rankings last week, we have Michael Russell. Moving up 7 points to number 3. Mike Russell, I mean, he put on a clinic, 116.5 points, the second most in the league. He's got Devontae Adams. He's got Amon-Ra St. Brown. I think Mike has a team. I was wrong. Cam Akers might suck, but Mike does not. Good week for Mike. He needed this. You know I love you, Russell. You know I appreciate you waiting in line to go get our Golf Times at Beth page. And I was wrong. I hope you can forgive me. Hope you don't now make me look like a fool putting you at number 3. That would make me look bad. I don't like to look bad. But I have before, and I can do it again, and I'm happy to do so right now, taking you from 10 to 3. At 2, same as last week, we got Matt Stokes. Now, I think Matt's team put up 106. It was what I expected. I can't move Matt at the 2 spot for doing what he, was able to do. It was a solid attack. It was a really, really solid attack. He's got a good, deep team. I think Russell Wilson didn't even play well, and he put up 106. So, and Matt's team's deep. Matt's team is so deep. He's got Clyde Edwards-Helaire on the bench. Jeff Wilson. I mean, he might not have wide receiver depth, actually, now that I think about it, but he's got the running back depth, and that's all you really need. And coming in at number 1, the same as last week, Thomas Gorman. Tom was able to go out there, put up 103. I think Tom still got the best, deepest team. It was, again, a balanced attack. I love the balanced attack. It's just coming at you at all angles, all points throughout the day, red zone filling up with your points, what you want to see. Joe Burrow played a shit game. Adam Thielen didn't do anything. Elijah Mitchell got hurt, and he still put up 103. So kudos to Tom. So again, from the top, 12, Chris, Tui, 11, Andy, 10, Pat, 9, Sal, 8, Kyle, 7, Dylan 6, me 5, Luke 4, Russell 3, Stokes 2, and Gorman 1. Tune in on Thursday for my preview. I know many of you didn't like my preview, but I have to do it anyway because I'm a commissioner that loves this league and will do whatever I need to do for this league. So with that being said, tune in Thursday. We'll see you soon. And I hope you like these power rankings. And if you have a problem with them, please feel free to reach out to my consigliere, Kyle Carr. He'll be happy to answer any questions you have. Thank you all, and best of luck this week in week 2.